You satisfied with how you sound?
I do feel satisfied with how I sound.
That's what's up.
Do you feel satisfied with how you sound?
Fuck no. I've noticed the past few times we've been recording, I don't like how I sound. But then I listen back to But then I listen back to it and it sounds fine. Like once I listen back to it. But like to me right now, like to me I sound like I'm far away. That's why I keep adjusting my level. But how do I sound to you?
Like a bitch.
That's what's up. That's what's up. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Betamax. My name is Fidel, and joining me on this episode is bitch and ass. Damn. Like, what's the hostility, brother?
So happy Friday, dudes.
Happy birthday month to all the May birthdays.
Oh, yeah, dude. When's your birthday?
In May.
2026?
Yeah.
Oh. That's tight, dude.
My birthday's on Thursday.
Gay.
Damn.
What are you going to do?
I don't do anything. I go to work. I got bills to pay.
What's your boss going to do for you?
Fuck. Just probably give me extra work.
Make you... Dang.
So how you guys been?
Busy.
Yeah.
Busy. It's so at my work, the fiscal year starts in June. So there's like a rush. There's always like a rush at the end of every month. But as we're approaching the end of the fiscal year,
Yeah.
and my particular branch is doing like their fourth time in a row, which is they've done it every year since the office has been opened, and it's like the most prestigious like award that a single location can get, and like something as simple as like not doing like we have to submit like safety leads every month per person, just one. So things like that, not doing certain inspections that you log, and like customers behind and things like that, accidents, like not hitting projections, like those type of things can kick you out of the race. So like there's that. And then like baseball's coming to an end too, and that's really competitive. So it's just been really busy, dude.
Yeah, so shit's getting real.
Shit is getting real. And then Joseph just got selected for All-Stars again, so it's kind of just, we have like a week off in between like so we're playing the last couple games coming up. We're in like the playoffs right now. And then there's like a week that there's no baseball.
Yeah.
And it's straight into All-Stars, which is kind of like I've mentioned before, like microdosing travel ball, because you just go to different spots, do different tournaments, and like depending how your team plays determines whether you continue to play or not, you know? So like it's like up in the air. So you kind of have to commit your time just in case. So it's just a little hectic, you know? So it's been busy, you know? I haven't had much time to do anything other than, you know, fool around with some DJ stuff and then like just rest.
Hey, let me have the iPad.
Sure.
That's what's up. What about you, Eddie? How you been?
I was
Who
sick.
gives a shit? You were sick for real?
I got sick for a little bit, yeah, dude.
Damn, you fucking suck, homie.
Dude.
Damn.
Would you get the influenza?
Yeah, I got influenced, dude.
Did you get measles?
The measles?
Yeah.
No,
Did
that
you get
shit's
polio?
going around, dude.
Wait, for real?
I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck measles are.
I mean, I really don't even know either, dude. It's been
Yeah.
so like
Aren't measles that animal that like could eat a snake?
Yes, dude. Yes. I hate you, dude.
Here all week. No, what did you have? You were sick?
Sore throat. So
I got the perfect
I was
cure
going
for
through a
that.
lot, dude.
You're a bitch, homie.
Nah, dude. I got one of those vapor rub tablets that you throw in the shower.
dude, those are the shit, dude.
They are, dude.
Those
They
are such a game changer. Like even when you're not like sick, but you're feeling like, oh man, I just need to like clear out like,
I need that shit every day, homie.
dude, it blew my mind the first
Yeah,
time.
dude. Those are sick. Like you don't even want to get out of the shower. You just like,
100%.
ah, dude.
I saw SB post about it because she was sick, and I was like, I responded to her. I was like, oh, like I need to get that shit.
Yeah.
And she said it helps a lot.
It does, dude.
Have you tried them at all?
No, I've never tried.
Oh, dude, you should. They're kind of expensive, but like they're worth it. So you don't want to do it. You don't want to like get. And they come in like small packs. It's like what, like a 4-pack.
I think it has 5.
So there's like a 5-pack, and you can get like a 10-pack or whatever. But I mean, obviously, the more you get,
Yeah, I
the more
think it's like
expensive.
$11 or $12 for like a 5-pack or something like that.
Yeah,
shit,
it's,
really?
yeah, it's kind of up there. But so you don't want to like use one like every time you shower.
Yeah.
You want to hold on to it for like when you really need it. So like, let's say if you're gonna like you're really feeling sick and you're like when you're sleeping, you want to throw in like a humidifier. But then when
Yeah.
you take a shower, you pop one of those bad boys in, dude. It helps, dude.
Yeah, I want to try it out definitely. Because my fucking sinuses suck.
Dude.
Especially like during this time of year, the fucking allergies kicking my ass, man.
I know, dude. Especially like the way that the weather like kind of just switches it up on you. Like
Yeah.
like we were playing, or there was a game we were playing yesterday. When we got there, it was like bright and sunny and warm, and then by the time like we were doing like the snacks after the game, it was raining and mad dark. And we're
Damn,
like, oh,
that's
I gotta
what's
get
up.
out of here.
That's what's up, homie.
Yeah, and like I could already feel it, like just activating like the floodgates started to release on my face. You know, so.
So what media have you guys been consuming lately? That's what's up. That's what's up.
I saw one movie, dude.
Oh yeah, which one? In theaters or like at home?
No, okay, dude. I don't think we've talked about this yet, but the whole Minecraft thing.
Oh, I did see Minecraft.
You saw it?
Yeah. Did you see it?
No, I didn't see it. I had no like urgency to see it. Like I didn't care. Like I was like gonna be fine, never seen that movie until I saw the TikToks and the videos of the crowds, dude. Have you seen it?
Yeah,
doing
that's
like it kind of reminds me of like, you know how Rocky Horror Picture Show has like those live interactive like events. It kind of reminded me of something like that.
Even
Yeah.
the Frida does it with like the room with spoons.
Yeah, but this one is like on meth.
I just don't
It's
understand
fucking
it.
Ratty. Dude, I think it's sick, dude.
Really?
I think that shit is tight, dude.
Nah, I think
Dude.
that's whack, homie.
It's gotten so many kids to get like back in the theaters, dude.
Okay, yeah, but the fucking mess they're leaving behind for the employees?
Who cares?
That's fucked up, homie.
Nah, I don't care, dude.
Nah, I think
Throwing
that's fucked up.
slushies, popcorn, people bringing chickens to the theater, dude.
Yeah, but I
that's
mean, like
rowdy,
they're
dude.
not prepared to. They're not prepared like staff wise to manage like a mess that big, I imagine, and then have to have it clean enough in time
in
for
5
the
minutes?
next screening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's still maybe a little too more than they can chew. And like I don't know, I can see someone in that position being like, I don't get paid enough for this shit.
Yeah.
You know, fuck that. You know. So I don't know. I on one hand, like I don't give a fuck. You know.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, it's kind of like I can see why someone who works there would be bummed out about it, dude.
No, I don't like it.
No, dude.
No.
I think
unless that's what they have a designated theater for that.
well, that's what's killing it because I think this is like a perfect case of like lightning
Yeah.
in a bottle because now like a lot of people are trying to capitalize it because once it becomes a meme, which like people are considering this like the first meme movie because people are specifically going in theaters
Just to do this shit.
with shit like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do like as soon and we gotta record it.
It's kind
Who
of
could
like
be the rowdiest.
it's kind of like I remember back in the day, like at hardcore shows, head walking,
Yeah.
and I would plan for the right part, you know,
Yeah.
so I could do it.
Who
you
can
know?
go farthest?
Yeah,
and,
like I remember doing it for the first time and wanting to plan it out. Watching A Job for a Cowboy,
Damn.
and it- and it's like or whatever, and like it breaks. Like I went for it, you know, and like I get it, dude. Like you come prepared, like to do the thing, you know. I'm curious though, like what is it?
what?
Like I just don't understand it. Like I don't know.
it happens during the scene where it shows the chicken, right?
As soon as Jack Black says chicken jockey, that's when it erupts, dude.
But why?
It's one of those things that I don't fucking get.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
It's a young people thing, dude. I'm so out of the loop. I have no idea.
That was definitely like a fan service thing, like for like the fans of the game.
Cause I think it's a mod,
Is it a
a mod in the game, where it's like something riding a chicken, like a zombie riding a chicken or something.
So, but what's the correlation with like throwing shit?
There is none, dude.
It's just like, oh, they're excited. They're that excited.
Yeah, it's just rowdiness, dude. So, but
Oh, like, but it's not genuine excitement though. Like to where they're like, oh oh snap, and they all happen to have the same level of excitement, the same exact time, like unbeknownst to anybody. It seems like
I
they
think
all
it's specifically for like TikTok.
yeah,
Yeah.
like,
It's like I'm gonna get the rowdiest video, and like I don't know, dude, who could get more views.
it struck me similar to like First Amendment auditor type videos, you know, like doing it, going to do it on purpose to get the content to
Yeah,
put
to
up,
get
so you
the-
can get the clicks and the views.
Kind of like the cart narcs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like you're gonna kind of push their buttons a little bit to kind of get a reaction.
Yo, Cardinark is tight though.
That's just funny, dude.
He's a hero, dude.
Hey, put your shopping carts back. The fuck?
I know.
Lazy
But
ass
I've also
motherfucker.
heard people say that that's like the best part of their job, like the day that where they get to go out and like get some fucking fresh air and like get the carts. And if you read the comments, that's like always the top comments. Like there's people like that work in that saying that we prefer if you just leave them out because it gives us something to do and get out of the store for a little bit.
I remember seeing like at the store, they seemed like they were kind of overwhelmed, and they didn't have any carts. Like they're like literally all
Oh,
out
shit.
and about. And this one girl was like, "Hey, we need carts or whatever," and looked at one of the courtesy clerks, and the courtesy clerk had this look on his face like, "I'm trying to fucking do that right now." You know what I mean? And dude, he was like, he was bummed, dude. Like you could
Yeah.
see him like pouting like on his way out the door. And and I watched him because it was perfectly timed because I was at the registers. I was leaving, right? So as I'm going out there and I see him out there, dude, and he's fucking shoving these carts into each other, all pissed. He did not like it at all. But like there was no carts.
Yeah.
Like there was I was carrying my shit around because there was no carts because they were all out and about. And so like I kind of get where he's coming from. It was kind of warm. And
Yeah.
like, dude, there was fucking carts everywhere in the parking lot.
Yeah, I don't get that either. Like I feel like I don't know. Like that's just another level of laziness.
And like my
never-
issue with that though also is not necessarily like, oh, put it back, you know, so they don't have to walk around. It's like you're leaving it in a parking spot.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
in the way.
It's just
like,
inconsiderate.
Yeah.
Dude. Like, yeah. And it's hard not to get frustrated at that kind of stuff. Like the other day, yesterday, I was going to leave. I was just going to go liquor store to grab those tall cans. And some dude, like, parked his car right then in blocking my driveway. Like, kind of all fucked up because he was going to do it. Like, he's just going to be in and out, I suppose. But, like, he was gone for a minute. And I'm sitting there and just like, God damn it. Like, and I don't know where the guy went. So it's not like I can, like, hey,
Yeah.
mister, you know,
Hurry
or
up,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah. And so I just had to wait for him and, like he's like, oh, you know, and he gets in the car and then leaves. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, just,
what was he doing?
I don't know. Like when I said I saw him pull up, I got the key, and I like the way he parked, it was really stupid. So I assumed it was just like, oh, I'm gonna get out, like get something from this other vehicle real quick, get back in the car and leave, something like that, you know. But he was gone for like maybe like 5 or so minutes. But I'm like, it felt like forever because I was sitting there waiting, you know. But I was
Yeah.
just like, God, why are you
I don't even like
negative
turning in
about it?
people's driveways, dude.
I deal with a lot of that shit at work. I see a lot of that shit at work.
Or like,
Just a lot of inconsiderate like drivers, people parking their cars in
Yeah.
the way, like thinking they're the only fucking vehicle like in the area. It's like, come on, dude. Especially like when I'm at apartment complexes, it's like there's not a lot of room for me, and there's these
for sure.
cars. They like stop like right in the middle. There's no way for me to go around because I'm gonna fucking hit the awnings, and they just stop right there, and then they get out of their car to go into forgot something in their apartment or something, and I'm stuck waiting.
yikes.
It's frustrating.
It is frustrating. Yeah, people do it to me all the time at work, but they don't. Like, it's when it's like a work vehicle, man. No one gives a fuck.
Nobody gives a fuck.
Cause like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like wearing a uniform, you have branding all over the car. Like, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Like they feel invincible.
I'm gonna talk shit about you later. Watch.
I'm gonna go on my podcast talk shit.
So going back to Minecraft, are you gonna see the movie or?
Nah.
Because I watched it.
I would only go see it if I knew the
you-
crowd I was gonna go see it with was gonna get that rowdy, dude.
Are you familiar with Minecraft?
I mean, I played it here and there, but not like not like the lore and like the whole mod thing. Like no,
Oh, like so you're kind of going in with like no knowledge.
nothing at all. No.
Yeah, because I know nothing about Minecraft.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Minecraft either. I had no like desire to go see this movie. I went because Anna's son wanted to see it.
Do you know who made it?
No.
It's the same guy that made Napoleon Dynamite and Nacho Libre.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense because, like I said, I had no desire to go see it. This movie's awesome, dude.
I heard it's good.
It's fucking awesome. It's hilarious, and the CGI is actually very well done.
I heard they use a lot of like practical sets too.
It looked great,
Yeah.
and I thought it was fucking funny. Like it had me like laughing, like, and it was pretty like.
Did you shake chicken to the?
I shook my chicken.
Oh, You shook the chicken.
No, I distinctly remember thinking like, holy shit, like I'm legitimately enjoying this movie, and there's the humor in it is so like for example, Jason Momoa's character, he fucking he plays this like washed up like championship video game player who owns this like toy store or collectible store or whatever, and he's about to lose his business, but so he needs money to like keep it open, and then he finds like this he gets trapped in the Minecraft world with Jack Black, whatever, and he finds like this like letter that goes with this treasure chest or something, and it says something along the lines of, it was like very specific. It was like, if you're a small business owner trying to save your business, follow this map for like a treasure to save it or something. And he's all like, I think this was meant for me. It's like, dude, damn, salud, homie.
Thanks, dude.
But dude, that had me dying. I was like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah,
it's
I don't
good,
know.
dude.
From the trailer, it looks stupid. Like
That, yeah, that's what I thought. That's why I was just like, the only reason I agreed to go was because Anna's son like wanted me to go with them.
Yeah. But when I heard it was like that director, dude, like I love Napoleon Dynamite. I love
Yeah.
Nacho Libre, so I was curious about it.
No, it's good, dude. It is good.
So you were able to enjoy it and follow and like the story and everything.
Yeah.
Like, not knowing anything about.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Because like even there's like a post-credit scene, and like I said, I don't know anything about the game, so I was like, I don't know what that means. But her son was like, oh, like that's a character like from like when the game first started or something.
That's cute, dude.
Yeah.
I think that's cool.
Yeah, and I was like, oh shit. And then like he was telling me too about like the Easter eggs in the movie. Like there's a scene where they go into a town and there's like a pig with a crown on. And then Jack Black's character is like, oh, is that, or somebody says like, oh, is that the king? And Jack Black's like, no, that's a legend. And it's supposed to be like a kind of like an homage or like a call out to like a famous Minecraft player who had passed away, and his avatar was a pig with a crown on it. I was like, oh shit, that's fucking tight.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
So he's able to put you on game.
yeah.
That's sick, dude.
Dude, oh my god. So they get stuck in the Minecraft world, and one of the characters from the Minecraft world gets stuck in the real world.
Hell yeah.
And it barely shows anything of his experience in the real world because he doesn't talk because he's a fucking video game character. But at the end of the movie, there's a scene between him and like who ends up being his girlfriend, and then she ends up speaking like the Minecraft language, and then he speaks English, but his voice made me laugh so hard. You gotta watch it, dude. I thought it was really well done.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
You gotta see it, dude.
Yeah, dude.
You gotta see it in theaters. No, I'm just kidding.
Red Letter Media did a video on it, dude, and
Oh, did they? What did they think?
they said that it was cool at first, but now that it's become like a thing, they said that kids are like, oh, it's lame now. Like, it's cool now, like to mess up a theater. So they're like, all right, that's like, it's not fun anymore. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it was lightning in a bottle. Like, there was like a small window when like people were getting rowdy to it, and it was like just genuine kids being kids, and it's like now I feel like they're gonna try to capitalize on that and like.
Oh, because it's become like memed out.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
see.
yeah.
I see.
And because they made so much money because all these young kids were going to go watch it. But yeah, I mean, just like everything, when it becomes popular, I mean, it's not fun anymore.
I didn't realize like that Minecraft was popular enough like that to have like a
I did
feature
not
film.
either, dude.
How old is it?
It's pretty old.
Yeah.
It's pretty old. I believe Minecraft, just like Roblox, I believe started off as like a training program for game developers, but they ended up turning it into like a video game just because it was so much fun, I guess.
That makes sense.
So I feel like it kind of works in a sense for kids the way like MySpace worked for us when it came to like coding and shit. You know how we were like able to like fuck with it to make it our personalized page.
Yeah.
So we had to like learn all these like HTML, all this coding shit, whatever.
Yeah, people can get really creative. I remember there was a point in time when Naraya was watching, like, it was videos on YouTube of Disneyland rides, but like you were on the ride, like as if it was a point of view
Like a
of
POV.
being inside, like say like Pirates of the Caribbean or something.
Yeah.
Like you're the boat, but like Minecrafty, and you're in the boat, like on the ride, and it's all the audio from from the ride.
But
Like
it's like Minecraft.
it's all Minecraft.
Oh.
Like somebody had
People
dude, and then
Has so much time on their
she
hands,
went
dude.
on there and saw other videos, and then it's just like people walking around, and it's fucking Disneyland, bro. Like from the concrete to the fucking birds in the air, and it blows my mind. I've even seen like videos that popped up on my feed about people who who constructed like Middle Earth out of
Yeah.
Minecraft, but it's like this like mind blowing thing. Like, so it took someone
Yeah.
like 11 years to do it or something like that.
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude, like just worked on it for a long time, I suppose. But I don't know. I can see why that was like a place to kind of have people want to get into developing games
Yeah.
to go cut their teeth, you know? Because Fortnite's a little bit like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a lot of different like spin-off games aside from like the main developer. They have like their own little thing going on.
Yeah.
No, that's cool.
And I think just like Fortnite too, they have like the classic version of like Minecraft.
Oh yeah,
Where it's
yeah.
like the original like
Yeah.
the bare bones.
none of the
yeah,
add-ons. Like yeah.
but
so
the current experience as well.
Yeah. So I mean, you can play with the current one that probably has like
Yeah.
a bunch of crazy stuff in it.
Yeah, that's kind of like how Fortnite is right now. Like they have like the Star Wars overlay on like the current season, but you still have like
Yeah.
the OG.
You can still play the
Yeah, you can still
original.
play OG.
Yeah. But
Some people were doing that, the Revenge of the Sith screenings recently.
Mm-hmm.
They're having like lightsaber battles, but like when the movie was over.
Yeah.
Like I saw a few videos of that.
I saw a couple people watching it at the 4D theaters, and that should look like intense, dude.
Yeah.
There's like smoke that comes out, like water. You get sprayed with water. The seats move. Like it's crazy.
Damn, I'm trying to see Darth Vader choke a bitch in 3D,
You
dude.
trying to get choked out or what? No, because I asked one of my servers because she I think she saw Sinners. So I've been hearing a lot of good things about that movie.
I've been hearing a lot of good
Yeah, I've
things
seen
about
that
that too.
pop up a lot on my phone.
But she said she saw it at the 40X, I think, and she said it was cool. She's like, it's kind of distracting, and I'm like, I didn't think about that. So it might.
I
be
don't
like,
think Sinners would be a good movie to see in that though.
No, that's what I'm saying. It would have to be like a dumb, like maybe Fast and the Furious type of movie.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, or something that has like a really cool like environment, like a visual environment. I remember seeing the Pirates movie, the Pirates of the Caribbean movie, where it's like they introduced Blackbeard.
Yeah.
I think Penelope Cruz is in it.
I don't remember.
Well, that a lot of that movie takes place in like a dense, like Amazon style looking jungle, and I remember like you know you're watching like the depth of the field in front of you, but then like man, like the way that the glasses made like the trees and stuff, the way that they
It was
shot
3D
it.
or what?
Huh?
It was 3D or
Yeah, it was 3D. So I was watching like with the glasses, and I thought that was kind of sick, to be honest. Just like having like like all the trees in the brush like right here, you know, like after my like in my peripheral, while like whatever's going on in the scene, you know. I thought that was pretty cool. It adds a lot of like depth. It's more immersive, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think it has to be the right movie, or else it
I
could
agree.
get like kind of distracting. Because what's the movie we saw at the Screen X?
Oh, the creator.
The Creator, and it was like
Okay.
we saw it on Screen X, which is like,
It projects on the side walls as well.
yeah,
Oh,
but it's
that's wild.
but it's only during like certain scenes, and it's pretty cool, but it does get a little distracting
Yeah.
sometimes, and especially when it's like it's not there and you're just waiting for it to pop back up.
Yeah.
You're just kind of looking out for it, and it's kind of taking you out of the movie
Yeah,
a
so
little
you're like
bit.
not even able to lock into the movie
Yeah.
Yeah, so
because you're
that's-
just kind of waiting for that to happen. I see.
yeah, but I have heard a lot of good things about Sinners.
Do you know what is? I know nothing about it.
Sinners?
Mm-hmm.
So directed by Ryan Coogler, who did Creed, Black Panther.
Oh, okay.
Fruitvale Station. Starring Michael B. Jordan, Haley Steinfeld. Who else? What's another big name in it? There's another big name in it.
I think Michael B. Jordan's brother is in it too, and I think it's his first new. No, his little brother.
Oh, I was about to say. I was like, hey, it's him playing both parts, homie.
No, I think it's his brother, and it's his first movie.
And
and-
Michael A. Jordan?
But I guess like that guy, he was like stealing every scene he's in.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and then for it being his first movie, pretty wild. His brother, I was like, oh, you, yeah.
Yeah, the only thing I know about it is like just that Michael B. Jordan is like the like
He's playing two two characters.
Yeah, and then he's playing two characters, but I don't know what like the story is or anything.
So from what I haven't read like or looked up the like synopsis or anything like that. Just I'm going off like what I've seen in the trailer. It seems to be like looks like it takes place during like the Prohibition era almost, and they have like this speakeasy or this like club, this secret club or whatever, where they like these black people go to like dance and like party whatever, and like this group of people come and join them, and it turns out that some of these people are fucking vampires.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So from what I've read, the vampire aspect of the movie doesn't happen until like 45 minutes in. And when I read that, I was like, fuck, they shouldn't have revealed that in the trailer then. That would have been so cool to like see that in the theater, you know?
Yeah, because I mean that's like halfway through the movie.
Yeah, and like a lot of people are comparing it to like From Dusk Till Dawn. You know, that movie kind of starts off like as something else.
Yeah.
And then once they get to the titty twister bar, the club,
Yeah.
that's when it becomes like a fucking vampire horror film.
Things start to kind of change.
Yeah. So a lot of people are comparing it to that. But I mean, it's being called like the greatest movie of 2025 so far. And like I think it has like a perfect score on Rotten Tomato. It's being re-released in the 70 millimeter theater, like because it's doing so well.
It's like,
Oh wow.
at work, people that aren't even into movies are like asking me about it.
And it's funny because all this is coming out about the movie, like how successful it is in the theater and all that. Right after, I think it was like the CEO of Netflix said that like movie theaters are dying, like they're becoming obsolete. Like people should just stick to streaming. Like why even go to the theater? And then all this shit, like all this success with Sinners. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, that's like a, I don't know, it's kind of being a dick about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, that sounds dope. Like, I love me a good vampire movie, you know?
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah, like I'm into that. So, like, that sounds tight. Yeah, I've heard. The only thing I knew about it was like it's this dude does like a Lindsay Lohan thing, and it seems like
Does
it takes
drugs
place.
and goes to rehab.
Yeah,
He's white.
Okay.
yeah,
He's a ginger.
yeah. You know what I mean? Like, so I just know like those basic like parts, and that it's getting a lot of praise.
Yeah, it's been getting a lot of praise. So
That's tight.
I definitely want to see it. I think it's like next week or the 19th. The May 19th is when it's being re-released in the 70 millimeter theater.
Hell yeah.
Because Ryan Coogler even like released a video of him, him explaining the difference and the importance of aspect ratio in film, and like why he filmed it the way he filmed it. And I haven't watched the video yet, but a lot of people are like, "It's fucking awesome that he did that," because it's making people want to go see it. Because they sold out already, all the 70 millimeter screenings. Like
No
But
shit.
Yeah.
They're calling it too like the horny housewives movie too.
Oh yeah. So
What do
it's
you mean?
supposedly like super horny.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll still watch it.
Sounds whack.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I
don't get it either, dude.
I just like when it's like, I'd rather just see more shooting or like, you know, something like really dope story wise happen in this time. You know,
Gay.
call it what you will, bro.
No, I get you. I get you.
You know, it's like make a porn if you're gonna do that shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Let's do it.
Let's go. All right, guys.
Hey, if we don't see Michael B. Jordan's dick, homie, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
If they're calling it the horniest movie, and then he's not showing hog, come on, homie.
Oh shit.
What the fuck is a vampire gonna suck then? So I watched
Like, suck my neck.
damn. Now I rub garlic all over my body except my dick. What's up, homie?
It just dawned on me. Oh man, the visual though. Fuck.
Why are you looking at my dick, homie? Was they thinking about my dick over here? Hey, relax, homie.
Yeah, dude. I'm getting excited.
Hey.
Did you watch anything else?
Yeah, I did.
What?
I watched a movie that I've been wanting to watch since last year called Oddity.
Oh, I have that one
yeah.
on my watch list too.
Dude, awesome movie.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Which one is that one again?
It's about oddities.
I can't remember.
It has that weird wooden statue thing on the cover.
I can't think of it.
The weird wooden statue?
Yeah, I don't want to give. It's a movie. It's a kind of a mystery. It's about
Oh yeah. Okay, I see.
a woman who's trying to solve her sister's murder by investigating like where it happened, the scene of the crime, and
Yeah.
which is her her sister's husband's house, and she's kind of kind of has like a sixth sense, so she's kind of psychic. She can feel
Like
things,
a clairvoyant?
kind of. But like if she touches something that's something that's personal to someone, she can kind of get a feel for their life and like stuff they're going through. Like,
Dude, you're describing That's So Raven.
yeah, pretty much, but the white version of it.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Yeah. No, dude, but right off the bat, dude, this movie, like the intro, dude, I loved it. It puts this woman in a situation that you're just like, if you put yourself in her shoes, you're just gonna be like, what the fuck would I do in this situation? And you're just like, fuck, dude. You're kind of like, what the fuck would I do?
Yeah.
She's just, I don't want to give it away, but yeah, she's put in the situation, and then you're just like waiting. Oh my god, like what's gonna happen? Like, is she doing the right thing or is she not doing the right thing? Like, you don't know, and I love that. And that's just the intro, and then I mean, the whole movie is good. You can tell it's super low budget. I think it only has like 2 locations in the entire movie. This house and then this like little like psych ward.
Oh no shit. Okay. I like movies like that.
Yeah, and I think there's only like maybe like 5 actors in the whole thing, 5, 6 actors. But awesome fucking movie, dude. I liked it. I genuinely liked it. It felt like what's his name? The guy from the director of Haunting of Hill House.
Oh, Mike Flanagan.
It felt like a Mike Flanagan horror movie. Like where
Oh, I like it then. 'Cause I like his
it's
stuff.
nothing like terrifying, but it's just like genuinely good, like scary movie.
Yeah, but it's got like that supernatural element to it.
Yeah, there's
'Cause, like,
something weird going on.
Yeah, like the synopsis that I read right here, real quick. It was like a little. I imagine like the AI overview that Google gives. Real quick.
Yeah.
And it was like after a murder of her twin sister, she went to go seek vengeance utilizing like haunted items.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like I said, like it dives in a little deeper than that.
Yeah. I mean, it was just like it was a single sentence like overview. So I
Yeah.
imagine that it's way like
Dude.
more.
But she has like, it's almost kind of like a folktale also. And she kind of describes, she has this big statue, this like wooden statue that's, it looks like someone yelling, like a person, but it doesn't really look that human though, but it kind of does.
Yeah.
A humanoid.
Yeah. And throughout the movie, like you kind of like see it move and you're kind of wondering like,
shit.
did I see it move or like,
Or did it like move off out of the frame and I'm noticing that it had
yeah,
moved?
like is the face looking a different way now? Like it's kind of creepy like in that sense, but the whole that statue, the thing, whatever it is, like it's so fucking cool looking. And like usually when stuff is like that in your face, like, oh, this is terrifying and we're gonna put it up front, like it kind of takes away from it. But in this case, like I think it helped. And it's something that they utilized throughout the movie. But it's a really good movie. I think it was on Shudder, but it just got on.
I think it's on Hulu.
Yeah, so it just got on Hulu. That's where I watched it. But
I've noticed Hulu's been adding a lot of like Shudder stuff on there because they put In a Violent Nature on there.
I saw that too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I recommend it. Like if you even, I think the younger generation will like it. Yep, kids. Like I said, it's just like a good like ghost movie kind of. Like but it does have like some intense scenes that you're just like, whoa.
Like if you're into like haunting scary movies.
And that's the thing. Like I'm usually not, but I enjoyed this.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. 'cause
Yeah,
normal-
usually those are
yeah,
like.
normally you're kind of like I'm out.
Yeah, especially like the whole psychic stuff. Like I'm like, yeah, but no, it's really well
No,
done.
it's real, dude.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, dude.
Nah, dude, and then, like all the actors are so good, dude.
Any notable names?
I don't recognize any of them, which is like a plus.
That's dope.
Yeah. So
I like when the movies like that like surprises you in that way, because especially when there's no like notable names attached to it.
Yeah, and if the performances are good, dude, then like,
Yeah.
what does that matter? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it to me, it's kind of like it. I'm experiencing like the character and everything for the
Yeah.
first time, like visually. You know what I mean? Like I have no frame of reference otherwise.
Yeah.
You know, because then like when you know if it's like a popular actor, I think the pressure's on. Like you
Yeah.
have to do a good job because you have to convince me that you're this person. You know,
Yeah.
that's tight. So it's kind of like a clean slate for people like that. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I like movies like that too.
Yeah, because looked at the directors like other movies, and I think they're all like super low. He only had a few, but it was like very like low budget, like probably like straight to movie ones.
Mm.
So I'm hoping, I don't know, I see more out of them.
So was
But-
this like the first like
I don't
popular
know.
one,
I think it's the first like one that got
like a bigger release?
Yeah, because it did like it got a lot of buzz around it. That's how I found out
Yeah.
about it. A lot of people are like saying like it's like this is the one of like I don't know. I feel like last year was the year for horror movies because there were just so many good ones, dude.
For real.
But this was like one of the top ones that people were like raving about.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I finally watched it, and I highly recommend it.
What about you? What have you consumed? Whether it be music, movies, TV shows, books.
TV
Podcast.
shows. Okay, yeah. So TV shows, American Idol.
That's still on?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, they're like in their 48th season or some shit.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I don't know,
It's
I don't know
it's not. Yeah. It's mad long. But it's
So you tend to watch a lot of like reality competitive based shows, right? I was
Yeah, yeah. It's not like my go-to thing. Alexis likes to watch stuff like that, and then like I mean, it's music, you know, and I just like to do things like that together.
Yeah.
You know, it gives me an opportunity to. It's a little bit more intentional, but then I end up just enjoying it. You know,
Yeah.
what I'm seeing. You know, like it's like if there's funny shit, stupid shit, like, and there's like heartwarming stuff too that I can appreciate. You know, like it's funny because like when we do watch them, like I'll always say like that's weird that they would do that, like you know, like it's something like with like the camera angle or you know, but for the most part I end up just kind of enjoying it. Like it becomes like a whole like just thing, you know. But I mean like it's not like trash, you know, because it's a competition, and you know we find the ones that we like, you know, and you get to laugh at the people who sound like a fucking someone stepped on a chicken or something, you know. Like there was a dude who pulled up and he was like hey guys, like I'm gonna switch it up on you guys, right? And then goes straight into singing like fucking like let the bodies hit the floor, dude. And then they do it different now to where like they can accompany somebody with like a on the piano or on a guitar. They can bring their own instrument, but if they don't do anything, like they will like where they'll dim the room. And then the music will play, you know. So like the judges will be watching, they're waiting for something to happen, and then the dude like breaks out into like screaming, and it's like a heavy song, you know. And they're like, "Oh shit!" It kind of catches them out of nowhere, and I think it's funny because like you know they're a bunch of like normies, dude.
Yeah.
You know, it's because it's Lionel Richie right now. The girl that won American Idol, Carrie Underwood.
Yeah.
And then there's a
Karen Underwood.
and.
pervert.
I stole that from Scrubs.
Badass show.
And then there's another guy. He's like a kind of a contemporary country singer. I don't really know his name. Maybe Luke Brand. I don't know, dude. I can't remember his name. But
Chicken McGraw.
whatever, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, country guy.
Yeah.
Country guy. And it's funny too, cause like, and there was another episode where there's this girl who was singing, and she had this really good range, but like her voice something was kind of off about her voice, but like her range was pretty wild. And he had made a mention to that, and he was trying to sing like a song, like really kind of like, you know, like full with his chest, kind of singing, like trying to get range. And bro, he sucks. Like he sucks at singing, you know. But then like he was doing like a part where he's singing along at another point in time, and it's like within his like lower register, and and his voice sounded great. So I don't know. I thought it always stood out to me as like interesting to see like, damn, this guy is like, you know, on American Idol as a judge. It can't sing for shit, you know. But like, I mean, obviously he can to some capacity. I don't know. It's cool. You know, I enjoy watching it. If anybody else who's like listening was watching it, I'm not like I'm behind. Like I saw like the first 2 or 3 episodes. and then I haven't chimed back in. But there's this dude who's from like East LA, and he's like a third generation, like grew up in like LA, dude, and it was all they were playing oldies in the background and stuff, and I guess his grandfather was in the band Tierra. Together, baby, together, just you and me. It's like, so his dad was in that. His grandpa was in that group. So
Together, baby.
yeah, dude. Hell, oh, he does so much better than I do, dude. So he was there with his guitar, and he was doing he sang like, ooh, baby, baby. Bro,
It was good.
oh, dude, like, and like his whole promo when he was like him talking about
Wait,
like,
which song? Ooh, baby. What song is that?
baby, baby,
Oh,
Smokey Robinson.
ooh, that one. Baby, baby.
Ooh, baby, baby. Yeah, that one.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, that one.
The song's tight.
Yeah, yeah, and in his promo, dude, it was him and like a like cruising down like Whittier Boulevard, like in a '64 Impala, and I'm like, dude, so immediately I found it on YouTube and I sent it to my parents, and I was like, you guys are gonna love this. They're like, oh, we already love that guy, like we already seen it, you know, and because I mean, dude, like that they're for like former cholos, so like you know that was like their shit, and I don't know, I thought it sounded great, so I enjoy watching stuff like that. Like I like AGT, like that's cool. I like that one better, only because you see more. Like,
There's a
it's not-
variety.
Yeah, it's not just singing. You get to see, and the shit that sucks is way crazier, like way crazier. Like I remember one year somebody they did an airband,
An air band? That sounds sick.
but it was tight.
Yeah.
It was so hype, dude. Like, dude, they were doing like
Was there music playing?
yeah,
or-
like dude, like, and they're like glammed out, bro. They look like fucking Motley Crue, and they come out, dude, like legit, bro. Like imagine like a band coming out and there's instruments, right? But they're making it seem like as if the instruments are all there, but nobody can see them. And they were like locked in character, like funny as fuck, but like, you know, they're being mad serious. And then the music plays and they're doing their thing, like put one foot up on the monitor, dude, and like doing like solos. It's so ridiculous. And yeah, dude, like, you know, of course they're gonna get like booed off stage, but I thought it was kind of wild that they would do that, you know, like just
Dude, that sounds sick.
yeah. And then to go back to the American Idol one, there was a girl in there who just wanted to like kind of expose her music.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
No, like her music. And she's like, I have a song, and it was I can't remember exactly, but it's like fuck that shit or something like that. So and it's like dancey, like. She's like, oh, babies, fuck that shit. Reading, fuck that shit. Going to work, fuck that shit. So, something like that, dude. Dude, it was super tight. So when I looked her up, dude, I was like, dude, this song's tight, dude. I mean, and they kicked her out, of course, because I mean, dude, like they're bleeping her.
Yeah.
But you know, I suppose you know, she did. It was very intentional as to going on that show and doing it like that, you know, like because
Yeah.
I mean, I immediately paused and went and did it, you know.
Yeah.
So shout out to
Some
her
of the people
doing it.
just want the exposure.
I mean, I'm here for it, dude. I'm glad
Yeah.
I saw it, you know. But yeah, so like I won't watch it with the kids, like so Joseph will laugh, dude, when people like squawk, you know. It's funny. But other than that, dude, Andor, you know, that show is so tight to me.
I haven't started it yet. The second season, I haven't started it.
Yeah, I have to watch the latest one, so episode 6, but I've seen the first 5. Bro, I'm already like taking notes and shit. Like there's
Damn,
so
it's
much.
already 6 episodes in?
Mhm.
Holy
Yeah, I think
shit.
they're gonna do like next week is gonna be like 3 more. And I think
Oh,
the-
that's right.
And then the week after that, I think they might be doing like 3 more, and then that's it. That's it, yeah. And then like each week is like takes place, and they're a year apart from each other. So it's like these 3 episodes cover a certain story point in time, and then the next week those 3 are a year later, and it calculates it by it shows like the year on it. It'll be like and it counts down, so it'll be like BBY 4, then BBY 3, 2, 1, and then BBY 0 is
Rogue One.
Yeah, because and I didn't know what that was because I've never seen in Star Wars before that they did like any type of other than like the names of a planet.
Yeah.
They never like addressed like what
The time.
like what their how they document their time.
Yeah.
You know, so I had to look it up, and BBY is so there's before the Battle of Yavin and then after the Battle of Yavin. So it's BBY and then ABY. And then that's just, kind of like BC and AD kind of thing. But yeah, dude, that show is dope. You're sleeping on it for sure. The one thing that I can't like help but think about when I'm watching it is like, how the fuck can they do so good on something like this? And then the rest of the Star Wars shit that you be putting out is ass. Like how can you like that doesn't make any sense to me. Like fire all those other people and just keep these guys, this group of people that are making Andor happen. Like do that for like all the other stuff, Just let them do their thing, because it's working. Because it's the only redeeming quality they got.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of stuff about how not a lot of people are watching Andor. Like, there's not really a lot of promotion for it. Which, I'm glad this is like they're gonna end it after this.
Mm-hmm.
So because if not, then that would mean like a third season would definitely not happen. But the Critical Drinker, he released a video on basically like it was about how Revenge of the Sith is doing so well in its theater run and how like it's a lot more it's looked back on a lot more fondly now, and it kind of makes people realize how like I guess bad modern Star Wars is, like rewatching it, I guess, and that because there's been so much slop and so much crap,
they're stigmatizing it.
It's and like it's kind of having a negative effect on Andor, which is like their only like great thing that they're producing right now.
And you don't really hear anyone talk about it, dude.
Yeah, you don't hear anybody talking about it.
And to be honest, like it's hard for me to because I'm trying to show Joseph because in all reality, I think he would think it's sick, but there's no lightsabers.
Yeah.
It doesn't do that. Like it doesn't do any of those types of things. Like there's no humor in it. Like like how they have like comedic moments like from like Han Solo or whatever. They don't do any of that at all. And so it's a little bit more serious. And I mean, it's you're watching like the political sphere play out in a dramatic way, like. And it's not like intergalactic dogfights and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Because
like,
essentially it's a thriller.
Yeah, it kind of is, dude. And bro, like, it kind of, I like what they're doing with it. As far as like, it's not predictable, in the sense of like, damn, like they really killed that fool like that. Like, holy shit.
So would you consider yourself like a hardcore, not a hardcore, but like a big Star Wars fan?
So like if to answer your question would be like my lore is not as much as Lord of the Rings, but like anything else will fall like drastically behind both of those things. So like I'm very versed. Like I do a lot of reading about stuff. I have a lot of really deep like conversations like with like people who are big time nerds, and like I can get down with stuff like that. There's still stuff I'm learning.
Because like I don't consider myself. I don't think I've ever really considered myself like a huge Star Wars fan. Like I've liked it, but like I've had conversations and like debates about the reason I don't like modern Star Wars shit is because I'm not a hardcore fan like that. So
Yeah.
What do you think about like that kind of statement?
So if this helps answer it, there's a scene, and it's very brief in like episode 5. I wrote it down, dude. Hold on, let me get my notebook. I wrote this shit down, dude. Awesome ass series.
Of Andor?
Yeah.
Season 2, episode 5.
Season
is
2.
it ruin anything?
No, it's not gonna ruin anything. So basically, what was it? Oh, it's this page. Yeah, season 2, episode 5. There's a scene where
Andor's in it?
Yeah,
Thanks,
that's his last name.
Now I know.
So Cassian Andor. So he's walking into what to me
Spoiler
looks like a liquor store. And
Bodie's and knives.
and in the window, he's kind of looking into to see like, oh, am I in the right place? Like is there people in here? And in the window on the inside of the building, there's the Star Tours vessel, like a model of it, like kind of taken off as if like somebody bought it as like a souvenir. And it made me think, right, about like the original Star Tours ride film, you know, and how that takes you into like the trenches of the Death Star. And I'm like, oh man, that's tight, because that's on that same timeline. Those things are like relevant or occurring at that same point in time. And it just made me think like, damn, like there's mad people like on that Star Wars flight, like taking like tours around the galaxy, like while this fucking Civil War is like unraveling in the background, you know, and to a full scale war, you know, because I mean the Death Star eventually like blows up a fucking planet, you know. So if you do know like more stuff, it just enriches what you're seeing, because like you're the picture is bigger for you. Does that make sense? You know?
Yeah.
It's the same thing as like how I would say like Lord of the Rings. Like if you go into watching the movie having like a knowledge of stuff from the Silmarillion, those movies are gonna be so much more sick to you than just someone who doesn't know. Like, because then you get to rewatch it for the first time again, you know. And Star Wars is kind of the same way. So like when I learn something new and I'm like, holy shit, I didn't know that, you know. And then I'll go back and I'll look at the scene or whatever. Like, oh fuck, that's cool, you know. But yeah, I don't know.
So do you think having that knowledge and having like that fondness for the property can like surpass or make you overlook just the quality of film that you're watching?
Yeah,
Like as far as like acting or even like the writing, the dialogue,
Yeah.
like all that kind of stuff. Like the production aspect of it, I
the
guess.
same thing is like, so it's same thing as Rings of Power.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna watch every fucking episode, like even though it's gonna piss me off, you know.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the same thing, because like I want to know, like I have to, and it's happening in real time, you know. And I wish I was alive in the 70s and in the 80s when those original films were popping off, you know, but I wasn't, you know. But I remember seeing them like in the theaters when they did the prequels.
Yeah.
And then I've seen like, dude, we've gone to see Star Wars together in the theaters a few times. So, I mean, I think that like I'm able to appreciate it in watching it because it's Star Wars, but then at the same time, like I can, sometimes it's like they just disappoint me, because to me it's kind of like, man, like there's so much you can do with this. Like you can do so many different things in different ways, and you just choose to just
Not.
be really stupid about it. Like,
Yeah.
like, and like, are you not paying attention to what the feedback is? Like, that's the strange part, you know? Like how can you, I mean, if you're a musician and you put out an album, you know, and you look at what your metrics are on it, and if people hate it, then, you know, you have to feel, okay, how the fuck do I come out with something that's not gonna be like this last thing, you know? So I can't imagine like how they wouldn't look at someone who's like a super big fan and like really loves it like that, give that feedback about like, hey, your shows are trash, but like, you know, this galaxy is so huge and you could do so much with it.
What do you think, Eddie?
Dude, I was a huge Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
I was like, I got fucking Boba Fett on my neck, dude.
Good.
Yeah.
You let
But-
him do what on your neck?
I got Boba Fett on my neck.
Oh.
No, I mean, I grew up watching Star Wars, dude. I loved it. Huge fan, dude. Like Star Tours, like the original Star Tours. Like everything, dude. Like I had all the toys. I was like 100% about it. But I can honestly say now, like I refuse to even support it. I still to this day haven't seen the Han Solo movie because I don't want to support it. I don't want to support the Mandalorian. I saw 2 episodes and then I already knew it's gonna lead to CGI, it's de-aging, bringing back some stupid, and it happened, dude. I predicted that shit. I think I predicted it on this podcast, like before, like the Luke Skywalker thing. I'm like, they're gonna bring someone back. I already know, and it's so predictable. It's not even fun at that point.
Yeah, dude, I feel like that they could totally just make more movies about characters that
There's
are
so much, like you said, there's so much out there that you can do. You can introduce all new characters. Like, why do you keep having to bring? And it's just like a nostalgic thing. Like they just want to like try to please new people and old people, and it's just like, dude, like fuck the old people. They have the original Star Wars to look
Yeah.
back on. Like, introduce nothing but new characters. you know?
Yeah, like Andor just feels like Star Wars grew up with me finally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's not they're trying to make shit for kids still that are little, you know? That I'm just not, it's not clicking with me.
But and that's the thing. Like, if they were able to tell like a cool story, like where it doesn't have to be anything grand. Like, I mean, and that's like the thing about like Rogue One. Like, it's just like a simple story. Like, it's nothing like like it's not this huge like fucking like Revenge of the Sith, where like.
Well, yeah, and plus like I looked at like that was low-hanging fruit. Like the very first Star Wars installment was like, oh, we have these stolen Death Star plans. This is how we blow up the Death Star, like it was low-hanging fruit, like how a story around how they got that shit.
Yeah,
And
it's a simple story. It has a beginning, middle, and it ends like perfectly, where it's like, okay, this could be the beginning of A New Hope. And I thought that's what they were gonna start doing with like the standalone movies, and of course they went back like, oh no, we gotta like make a backstory to Han Solo, and I'm like, dude, his character is perfect. You don't have to
Yeah.
do all that for him.
If anything, I feel like they could have done like in Rogue One, how they have Donnie Yen's character, the blind,
Yeah.
like Force devotee or whatever, like, and then he had that, was it his brother, like the long haired dude?
think so.
I don't
Yeah,
remember,
like-
but yeah.
You could do like their story, because all you get is just that little bit. Like, and doing the Andor is obviously like a great idea,
Yeah.
and it's working. You could do that for each character, and then have it like where it all comes down to like
It all converges into
where it does
Rogue One.
converge. You know what I mean? Because then now you can, like, well, where are they from? Now you get to create this whole new like this planet, this culture, this language. This look. It's cool, dude.
Yeah,
But
but yeah, it's like, yeah, at this point, like I don't even care. Like, that's why it's taking me so long to watch Andor. Like, I will watch it, that one, because I know like I'm gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, you'll like them.
Yeah,
But,
dude.
but it's like for anything else, like I won't watch. Like, I didn't watch the book of Boba Fett, whatever it's called.
Oh, you mean Mandalorian 2.0?
Yeah, like it's just like, dude, the reason I like Boba Fett, like, you don't need to give him backstory, dude. He's a fucking ladies' man. All he cares about is money. He's a bounty hunter. Like, he's a piece of shit. Like,
And never shows
Yeah.
that's so tight to me. Like, dude, yeah, and it's like you have to like take the mystery out of everything.
yeah, well, I mean, it wasn't even like a backstory. Well, I mean, I guess like when it
Well, it's
when it jumps back and forth, but
And then like they made him like some like fat old guy too. When like in the movies, like,
well, I
it's
mean,
like,
he's fat and old now.
but doesn't this take place like directly after?
Well, yeah, it takes place like where he escapes
Return?
The Sarlacc.
The Sarlacc.
Yeah, so he's supposed to be, and like there's people that have gone into it, like he's supposed to be some skinny dude, and like where did this difference come from? And
Where's
they-
that de aging now?
Yeah, and like because they even like changed his outfit like for the new actor, because he couldn't fit into like the other, like
Forced perspective.
dude. I'm just like, come on, dude. Yeah, but it's just like you're sucking the fun out of it when like you're leaving nothing up to the imagination
But see,
anymore.
this is the reason why I appreciate those though is because like I have kids, right? So it appeals to Joseph, right? And Joseph likes it. And when I go to show him something like, what is it, like Return of the Jedi, and dude, that looks old as fuck. Like, like, do you remember seeing like old ass shit as a kid, and you're just like,
Or you see like Puppet Yoda and shit.
yeah, I would rather watch this way more vibrant, like detailed thing,
But that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, they need new characters. Like, why are you taking these characters that belong to this older generation and trying to flesh them out to be something that are not for this younger generation.
I think it's like, yeah, they're just doing it for maybe like the younger generation, and maybe thinking like it can bridge the gap between like the older like Star Wars fans that grew up on the
Yeah.
older stuff. You know what I mean? And kind of put
But
them
it's like
put them in the
kids
same
don't
room
give a
together.
fuck about that. Like kids that didn't grow up watching Star Wars aren't gonna give a fuck about Boba Fett.
Yeah,
Like, give them a
kids-
new character. The Mandalorian was fine.
They
Like,
just
why
want to
not?
see the lasers being shot at shit and like and lightsabers get fucking things up. That's all they want to see.
Yeah, but yeah. So I don't know. Like I can say I hate more Star Wars stuff than I like now.
Word.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and what do you call it? Yeah, dude. I mean, I still love the original trilogy. Like I will always like, that's gonna be the one thing that I'm just like, that's Star Wars to me. Like
Yeah.
not this other stuff. And there's a little bit here and there that I like from all the other movies and stuff, but it's like very far in between. Like so, I can't say like I'm a Star Wars guy because I'm not. But I mean, like I said, I did grow up watching them. I had all the toys. I was a huge fan. Like, and I got really into like the comic books and like reading like the encyclopedias on it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
all the little-
Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I even had the Star Wars like pop up like cookbook too. Like,
Yeah.
I had a bunch of like Star Wars shit, dude.
Same, dude. I had like the Millennium Falcon like micro machines, dude. Like, bro,
dude.
I had my Star Wars collection was mad serious, dude.
Yeah. And I still have like all my little toys like somewhere, but yeah, dude. Like now I just can't. Like to me, like it's so like washed out. Like it's not even like there's nothing cool about it anymore.
Yeah, it's been turned out.
Yeah, and it's just to me like it's not a nerdy thing anymore either, because it's like it's so like
It's pop culture.
yeah,
No, dude, Andor is totally for the nerds.
Yeah,
Yeah, only because like because it kind of has like a reflection right now of like how to understand maybe like how things work like from a political aspect, political dissent between people who are allies, and like why one person can like want to not be on like the emperor's bad side, because it's good for business and all they're trying to do is just prosper as a people, but on the other hand there's like, man, but like they're the oppressor, like if you're into like history of like empires, like world history and stuff like that, I can see how that would pique someone's interest. But like put it in like space. I think it's sick. So it's to me it's mad nerdy. I don't find like the nerdiness in like the other stuff. It just seems more like they're just turning it out. Like
Yeah.
throw a lightsaber in it because people like lightsabers. Because
Yeah.
what, like, if, for instance, like the Fortnite Star Wars thing, on the front, like the thumbnail of the loading screen or what the game is, you see the different characters they have. They have the Jar Jar Binks with the red lightsaber, right? So it's like, oh, Easter egg to like that Darth Jar Jar shit, right? That was the first thing that popped into my head. I wanted so bad to just blurt it out to Alexis and Joseph like they gave a fuck.
yeah.
But they don't. Joseph
like,
wanted to know
cool.
if they had lightsabers. That's all he cared about, And I was like, yeah, of course they are, He's like, first thing he did is get a fucking lightsaber and start slicing people in half, dude. It's like, dude, but Darth Jar Jar though, dude, So like, I think it's cool, that there's still a space for someone who's like a nerd about it, But yeah, it just seems like they're just putting out a bunch of just shit.
Yeah, they're just throwing shit at the wall and see what
Word.
sticks.
100%.
Because it's been like, 6 years since the last like Star Wars movie?
Has it?
I think so. And I remember like they had so many announced.
Yeah,
That
they
they're gonna be
gave Ryan
doing.
Johnson his own trilogy, and thank God that's not gonna happen, dude.
Dude, he's a good director.
Nah, he
He fucked up.
think
He fucked up one movie.
he fucked up the trilogy.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah,
What trilogy?
He did Last Jedi. He directed Last Jedi.
That's right.
He's a good director though. Knives Out is a great film. Looper, I think, is an amazing movie.
Like those movies look amazing. Those movies are so amazing. Like the way that, like, I love the way like the lightsabers, like the way that the color of them like shine off the face, shit like that. The way that the sun in the frame of the camera, like
visually, all those movies,
Dude.
all three of those are fucking
stunning, bro, stunning. I feel like they're just like, really, you're just gonna like repeat the first fucking movie?
It should have been one director's vision, and they should just let one director do it.
Yeah.
Like you're just like you're fucking it all up when, and I feel like they rushed it too because J.J. Abrams when he made the Force Awakens, he had like no idea where it was gonna go from there, and he kind of just left it. Okay, I'm leaving it up for the next director to just do whatever he wants, and like they got fucking a guy that made Looper, like
Badass movie.
to make it, and it's just like he completely. I don't know. He had his head so far up his own ass, and then J.J. Abrams had to come back and fix it. And then by that point, like it had so much backlash that he was just like, you know what? I don't even give a fuck. I'm just gonna make this movie, and just it's kind of be a fuck you to the audience. And he did. He did. Was it the Last Jedi?
Yeah,
And
the best one.
no, not the last. What was the?
That was the first Star Wars like property where I was just like, man, I'm like, it kind of made me mad.
No, what is it? Force Awakens, Last Jedi, and
Rise of Skywalker.
The Rise of
Rise of
Skywalker.
Skywalker is the one I was talking about, where he just throws all these fucking things that I'm just like, all right, that's very convenient, but it just kept happening, and I'm just like, at this point, I don't even care, dude. Like, at that point, I was just like, I just want to see some badass laser fights, dude.
Dude, it's like the Transformers movies.
Like,
As they kept going, it's just like, okay, it's just more booms, more Transformers, and bigger stakes, bigger battles.
I will argue that Bumblebee is the best Transformers movie.
Dude, hands down.
I've only seen.
Hands down.
You
And-
haven't seen Bumblebee?
Bro, that one's
movie's
tight,
sick.
dude.
I've never seen any.
Yeah, like, but see, like, instead of beating a dead horse, like, take something that
Plus, it shows their planet.
that's what I'm saying. Like, oh, how? So why does he talk with utilizing the radio? You know, bro. Like, what a cool story that was. You know, Star Wars could totally do the same thing, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just thought it'd be topical just because of like Andor is currently on Disney Plus, like playing out. Revenge of the Sith fucking did bonkers numbers in
I
the
know.
theater.
And then Sunday is
Oh,
Star Wars Day?
Yeah, May the 4th.
May the 4th be with you.
Yeah, and your birthday.
I know.
Okay.
I think it's tight that I share a birthday with Star Wars Day.
That's what's up.
Way cooler than Cinco de Mayo. Drinko de Mayo.
No, you share a birthday with what are they calling it? Arrested Development? Cinco de Cuatro.
Really?
Yeah, so in one of the later seasons of Arrested Development when it got renewed on Netflix, terrible seasons. Not terrible. They had its moments, but it just wasn't up to par with the first 3 seasons that originally aired on Fox. But one of the things was like the matriarch of the Bluth family, Lucille Bluth. It shows her when she was young and how she hated that like her housekeepers and her landscapers weren't doing their job, I guess, on Cinco de Mayo because they were out partying. And she just hated that it overran the city. So she's like, we got to make up our own holiday. So like that way there's not that much hype on Cinco de Mayo. And we'll do it the day before and we'll call it Cinco de Cuatro.
So dumb. Dude.
And it became super popular in their community to the point where now it's just a 2-day celebration.
Whoever thought about like putting Cinco de Cuatro in there as like that's great writing, dude.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Like I said, like it's 2 seasons, I believe, on Netflix. Not that great, but it has its moments, like its highs. And dude, that shit. One of my favorite moments in the series overall happens in like the later seasons, because Lucille Bluth is like on house arrest, but it's like some bougie, like because she's old, so it's almost like a nursing home. But she starts playing. She has like this documentary crew following her around. I don't remember for what, but they're filming her playing dominoes, or no, she's playing something with like these older Asian ladies, and one of the ladies is played by Bobby Lee, and it turns out that they're like fucking crazy and like cheating, and one of them like makes a shank out of like dry ramen, and she's like about to stab her, and she's like gets scared and throws her tea at her, and it turns into noodles, like just regular noodles. It's so dumb,
Oh
dude.
my
That shit had me
God.
dying.
Dude, that's hilarious.
I was like, what? That instant? That's how hot that shit was. Like,
Hey, they're instant noodles, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Have you guys listened to any music? Like anything we're talking about?
the new Turnstile songs.
That's what I was gonna bring up.
Yeah, Birds and what was the other one? Seeing Stars.
Seeing Stars. What do you think?
I like it. I like it.
Which one do you like more?
I think I like Seeing Stars more.
Yeah,
Like the smooth one, you know, like
the Flock of Seagulls one.
yeah. I like that one a lot.
Yeah,
That one was cool.
I like that one too. Not as much as Birds.
Birds is sick.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that one's on my alley. But I think the other song is good. It's just one of those things where it's just not my thing. It just reminds me of like that, like the '80s white mom shit. You know,
Yeah.
like Flock of Seagulls type stuff.
I like that shit.
Yeah. See, some people are into that stuff. Like new wavy, I guess. You know.
Plus, it features guest vocals from Haley Williams from Paramore.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. I
Yeah.
forgot about that. But yeah, no, it's good though. I like that song. It's grown on me. You know, I like it. But like if you know, Birds is way fucking cooler.
Yeah.
You know.
Birds definitely has like. Have you listened to these songs? The new Turnstile songs?
No, just the first one that got
Never
released.
Enough.
Yeah,
Never
that's it.
enough.
So Birds definitely has that like old school Turnstile feel to it.
It reminds me of that song to the TLC. Oh, it's TLC.
There's like a little faster.
Yeah, that's what it reminds me of.
I like it though. I do like it. What I want to talk about is the visuals.
Dude.
Because like when I first saw the teaser for Birds, like I instantly thought, oh, Holy Mountain. Just because the way it looked, like the color grading of it, the setting,
Yeah.
the shots. And then you had mentioned like, oh, it reminds me of Midsommar.
Yeah.
And like I did see a lot of people commenting like, oh, who directed this? Ari Aster.
Yeah.
And like, I could see that. But I mostly see the Holy Mountain in that.
Yeah, but see, like you guys are way more versed in like Joe Dorowski films, right?
Yeah.
So I am not. So I mean, I have never seen like Holy Mountain in its entirety.
Yeah.
I've only seen it in chunks, just because like it's always just been on like while we're like chilling as like the boys, and like you know I'm just getting busy, you know. But it to me it was the Midsummer like that like look that stood out like because it was like that field, that color palette that was different from like the green background, you know, and it had like this weird like whimsical pop to it, but kind of you know there's a certain hue,
Yeah.
that like as if there's a filter.
It's the color grading.
Yeah, dude, it just and it immediately reminded me of Midsummer.
Yeah, like I said, I wouldn't disagree that it does have like that Ari Aster look to it. I would put it more akin to like Beau is Afraid. I don't know if you've seen that one.
No,
No?
I
I feel like it looked more similar to that Ari Aster than Midsommar.
that's Walking Phoenix.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
What did you think?
Okay, so I didn't know that was the song you were talking about, Birds, because I saw the video when you sent it. It just has like an old school like late 70s vibe to it.
Yeah.
Like the stills, the camera stills, there's like no crazy like panning back and forth to the camera. And to me that's like the sign of a good filmmaker, because like the older I get, the more I appreciate like cameras that are just kind of just sitting there.
Yeah. And let the performers perform.
Yeah, and like when it's like movement, like you have to be very particular how you do it, because it can come off as very amateurish, and I see it all the time because I follow like a lot of like camera pages, and like a lot of people post like their short little like videos on there, and
Nerd.
there's just something but there's something about like the way a lot of them are shot that you can just tell like I don't know, like they're trying too hard.
Yeah.
And it just comes off as very amateurish, and I noticed that like when it's just a still shot and it just lingers on for a long time, like that's the sign of a good director, because I think the what do you call it, the average shots don't go for any longer than 7 seconds, because that keeps the viewer engaged. And so like any longer than that, like you really have to be like slowing some shits to keep someone like into it.
Do you think movies now have to maybe reduce that window?
I think so.
Like at this point in time.
I think a lot of it has to be more fast, especially like with the younger generation. And I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing, but I feel like because of phones in particular and
Yeah.
apps, like everything, they're just so like it has to be like instantly stimulated. Your
Well,
brain,
dude, and
you
like
know?
when I see these YouTube videos that like the kids watch, dude, like I see the editing on it, and like they go in there and they cut like every breath,
Yeah,
like
dude.
every breath
Dude.
or like dead space between
You know
like
what's-
talking to the point where it's like, yeah,
Dude.
and then we did that, and we went
You know what's
outside,
crazy?
you know, and it's just kind of weird.
So yeah, they just they just put an update on the firmware for Final Cut Pro, and there's an AI tool that will go inside your video and delete all those pauses. So any like awkward like pauses that are like longer than 2 seconds, it'll automatically delete them anytime you take a deep breath or anything like that. So what you're saying is probably all AI generated.
You know,
Like, it does it for you. It's crazy.
If that's the case, like if I was into making videos that I wanted the final product to look like that, I would heavily fuck with the AI too. Because I mean,
Well,
imagine,
I mean,
imagine going in there, dude, spending the time just cutting
If
it up.
it's for vlogging, yeah, like go ahead. Like,
Exactly.
I don't care. But yeah, if you're gonna make like a movie or something like that, then you can't. Do
Yeah,
that,
because I
but
mean, like
that
because that's
doesn't
what I'm
make
saying. Because
sense.
like, it doesn't translate the same, you know.
No.
And like, if you want kids to go watch movies, and you're having to compete with like how the fast pace, like what they're watching is. Because I mean, I've even watched like shows that like say for instance, Girl Meets World, right? Because I mean, I grew up watching Boy Meets World. I was watching Girl Meets World, attempting because I wanted to see the connection because I really like. I'm a huge fan of Boy Meets World, and
Great show.
yeah, it's a good show. And when I was watching it, I was like, oh, "Fuck, this zooms right past me. Like the whole, if I blink, like I'm gonna miss something. You know? I'm like, man, I feel like the episodes when I was a kid were longer. You know, like it just happened so quickly.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, I wonder if maybe like, you know, the problem is having to compete like in the theaters with like like how you said, like average is what, 7 seconds.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, like has that shortened? I wonder if that will.
I think as time goes on, technology gets better, and you know, I think it will shorten. What sucks is I just feel like, at least with like mainstream movies, like that's why they are the way they are,
Yeah.
and it sucks too because like you know what like watching all these old movies like there's just like this beauty in that, like where you get to
Yeah.
watch the actors like they had to handle that shit, you know.
Yeah.
And the story has to be like super good. The dialogue has to be super engaging. Like it sucks, dude. Like you know,
Like imagine watching the special features, right? And like say you go in and watch like the Lord of the Rings, right? And you can go to the appendices and show them how they set up like the force perspective, where like, you know, they have Elijah Wood sitting like on this riser on this wagon, and like having Gandalf or Ian McKellen sit further back on the contraption to make it seem constant in the frame that he's significantly smaller than him. And that's cool because you get to see like the process, like what lengths how creative they had to get with like building these set pieces to accommodate that, you know, for us as a viewer. Imagine like if somebody did all AI. And it's
Yeah,
like special features
there's
like,
nothing
I
cool about
pressed
it."
a button.
I told them enlarge this person.
Enhance. Enhance. Enhance.
Yeah, dude.
Enhance.
I mean, to be fair though, like if we're utilizing like Lord of the Rings as like the reference, like I guess they did use AI, you know, when they did when they ran that program, that simulator for filming like the
large
big
battles.
battles, you know, because they were running like that program that basically was AI.
Yeah. One problem that you know that there, I saw a video somebody made about AI doing the upscaling to 4K in movies. So like before, people would go in there like frame by frame, color grade it, change it up, upscale it themselves, and it's like a long, tedious process. So now they have like AI doing it, and they made True Lies in 4K. And they're considering it one of the worst looking films ever.
Really?
You can find, if you YouTube True Lies 4K, you can find videos of people like, dude, it's fucking scary
Like
and awful.
True Lies, like with Arnold
Arnold
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
No shit.
It was all done by AI, dude, and it's fucking horrible, dude.
Like it's ugly or
It looks too clean to the point where like you can see the wrinkles and it doesn't look normal. Like it looks fucking weird. And it's
Too
so
good.
bad, yeah, that like it stands out. Like you can't, like you
like,
notice it.
It's so good it's bad.
That kind of scares me because I think it was Vinegar Syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
They're releasing a Spawn 4K.
See, but I feel like Vinegar Syndrome, like those little like boutiques, like they're a
What
little
is
more
that?
careful.
It's just like they release like upscaled films or like hard to get films, like re-release them.
Oh, okay. Like on a hard copy?
Yeah.
Like usually older films, like they'll remaster them to get like a better quality.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but a lot of times they'll sit with the director or like the person that was in charge of the cinematography, and they'll like go through it themselves, you know.
So kind of, just so I understand it, kind of like maybe how like a record label would function for music, but for like older films, like to
in a way.
To
in a
like
way.
remaster it, or
to like we'll come into the studio and then we can remaster it,
We can
you
do a
know, and then
repress.
do a repress, you know, kind
yeah.
of thing.
But imagine like AI being in charge of that and seeing how bad that can turn out, you know.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, if the and the cool thing is, like I said, like a lot of times they do sit with the director, so maybe at that time, like maybe the director was like, I wanted like the hue to be like a bluish thing, but we just didn't have it. We didn't have the time to do it or whatever. Now I can, like, so it's more along the lines of like the director's vision, and a lot of people have like this misconception that it's like 4K just means that there's no grain. And it's like, no, the grain is still there. They're just
It's
cleaning up like the blurriness a little bit.
Isn't it like, I mean, I don't know how it works, but isn't it just like the particles just become smaller and smaller? So it's like as
To
it
upscale it.
yeah. So like rather than like, because I mean the lower the resolution, the more blocky it's gonna look, right? The more blown out it's gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
So like 4K, and then you see like some shit that's in 8K, you know, and you're like fucking jeez, you know, like like it looks like there's like it's like a window.
Dude.
To like a other like reality on the other side, you know.
I'm telling you, dude. The first time I saw Lord of the Rings in Blu-ray, like I was blown away, dude. Like I remember like I noticed Orlando Bloom's like unibrow.
Hell
I was
yeah,
like, dude, this is crazy, dude.
dude.
Like,
I'm still trying to get that in the 4K UHD because I got the PS5, bro.
yeah, dude, that shit's insane.
You know, because like I mean, you can watch anything 4K, like on streaming and shit like that. But again, like you're at the mercy of your internet connection. You know.
Yeah, it's never gonna have like the quality of like an actual
100%.
physical disc.
Yeah, if you have the physical disc that has that rendering, like, because I mean, everybody that I've seen, and it never because it never dawned on me, and like on like a Reddit and stuff like that, people were like, dude, like
those discs
it's
hold
next
a
level.
lot of data, dude. It's crazy how much
Dude,
data
yeah.
they have.
That's crazy that it can do that.
Like if you look up the difference between a Blu-ray disc and a 4K disc, like it's a huge difference. Like back when I was just barely like starting to collect that, like I was like 4K, you can't even notice the difference. And like, I mean, depending on your TV, that could be so, but like, dude, it is a huge difference. And,
yeah,
and it's not just like the quality of like the visuals, like it's
the
also
sound.
the sound too.
The sound is so much better. That's how I felt about Blu-rays. Like when Blu-rays first came out, because I mean we just had like DVDs, and Blu-rays came out, and I was like, damn, this like
They look sick.
I was like, damn, I feel like I need to upgrade my I feel like I need like speakers, like not like TV, but speakers because it sounds dope, you know. But I don't know.
Yeah, dude.
The Turnstile video was tight.
Yeah. Shout out to the homie Diego, drummer of Sueños. He's in the video. Him and his girlfriend.
Really?
They're in the crowd. Like,
That's
for that
cool.
video. He's actually like one of the kids doing like a front flip off the stage.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he wore like a specific sweater to stand out. So like when I watched it, I was like, oh yeah, like he stands out.
I wonder
Hell
what
yeah.
the behind the scenes were for that.
Yeah.
Who directed it? Is like a popular director or
I don't know because I know the vocalist Brendan Yates. He's like been directing like especially like all the glow on like videos, and then he directed This Is Why video for Paramore. So I'm not sure. It looks kind of like his style, but it feels like his style, but in an improvement, like almost like he's getting better at his craft. But I don't know. I don't know if it was him or not. He did direct the Never Enough video.
Never Enough.
Yeah, it was him and one of the other band members. I can't remember his name. They like co-directed.
They got rid of one of the guitarists, huh?
Well, he left the band. I think it was because they're like he wasn't really into the whole spotlight shit and how big they were getting. Like I don't think it was for him.
Yeah.
So
I respect that.
Yeah, I see that.
I respect that because I mean, like,
I think his name was Brady or Grady or something.
His
like
solos are sick though.
that. Yeah.
you guys want something cool?
No.
So you follow like Omar Hurts Omar on Instagram,
Oh, yeah.
and you saw that he had posted like with the dude that's the drummer of the band, the Malecho that
Yeah.
they're working on right now, and how they're doing they're
Book
doing a
Attack?
cover of the Book Attack cover. I guess like the drummer of Scholastic Death and Max Ward himself also were like had saw that and like reposted it and shit. And Omar texted the group and he was like, "Guys, he was super
all
hyped.
stoked,
Yeah, he
yeah.
was super stoked." I'm like, "Hell yeah, that's super tight."
Dude,
He's
that's fucking tight.
Yeah, dude. I was like, "Hell yeah, dude, super cool." And it because on Sunday we're gonna jam. We're like, "Oh, what do you want to do for your birthday?" I was like, "I want to fucking do a hit 'em or rehearse practice for like 5 fucking hours, dude." And they're like, "Let's do it."
Excuse me.
Hell yeah.
Sorry.
Damn, even your burps sound good, dude. Like,
They sound
all
big,
auto-tuned?
huh?
it's all auto-tuned. Oh shit.
My burp sound like a light skinned lion. Ooh, ooh.
Dude, that's how you burped. Excuse me. Oh shit. Oh yeah. But no, it was cool because then we've been talking about it. We're like really excited, and then he sent that to the group chat, and we're like, "Oh man, that's fucking awesome!" You know, like, "Oh, we can't wait to get together," whatever. And like, it's funny because he sent it at the same time or around the same time. My homie from work, he had called me, and he was telling me, he's like, "Hey man, like I had to call you because, you know, I was listening to this song and it had like he doesn't do music." Like he is not musically inclined like that.
Yeah.
And he was like, listen to this song, and it had like an acoustic part, and I was kind of like feeling like where it was going, and I had this thought in my head, like, man, like if there's a way that they can make like that acoustic guitar have like a bassier sound, because it would sound really dope to have like a bass come in, like right in this, like right at this part. And he said, as he was thinking that, the bass guitar came in, basically doing what he thought. And he was like, "Oh shit, like that was tight." And then he said it made him think, like, "Oh man, like I wonder if that's what it's like when you're writing songs like in a band, like you're in the jam session, you know?" He's like,
Something
"You know,
just clicks.
yeah." And he was like, "You know who will know that answer to that question? My homie Jose." So he called me. Shout out Vic, and I initially didn't answer, but then when I called him back and he was telling me that, and I was like, "Bro, that's sick. Yeah, it's pretty much like that, you know." And you know, basically commiserated on like how cool that's what the cool part about making music and jamming is, you know, like that moment when you're playing a part, and then somebody does something and you look at each other like, "Oh fuck," like, and then you really start like jamming. And it was funny because, like I said, it came in at the same time as Omar sent that to the group chat. And it was like, man, like these power violence gods are like blessing us right now, dude, with all this like this inspiration, you know. So I don't know, we're hyped, you know, because we want to do like new songs and stuff because we
Yeah.
have that fest coming up. So we'd like to do something cool.
Are you
You
gonna
know.
do a cover?
No, I think I want to save that for something more special. Like I know that we've been trying to plan like an IE thing with Soul Search, you know, it's not for sure or anything, but like it's just like, you know, something that we've been just trying to make happen, possibly like with like Zabalba and stuff. So if it ends up working out, you know, and it happens and we're lucky enough to be on it with them, I would think it'd be cool to do a cover of, and so the show would be like all IE bands.
Yeah.
I wanted to do a cover, and I wanted to cover Impact by Chain of Strength. That's what I wanted to do at that show, if it happens, you know.
Yeah.
So that I think it'd be sick, like for two reasons, you know. That's an Easter egg,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, like that's also like fan service for, you know, like, what it is.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we're excited for that, and I don't know, we wanted to just get creative because we haven't even jammed together like since the last show, dude.
Really?
No, I mean, me and my brother have gone together like maybe a couple times just to
Yeah.
kind of like just shake the dust off. But no, we haven't like had a full on like collaborative thing since when was that show?
It's been a while.
Yeah, what was it? It's been a
while.
dude. Every time someone says it's been a while, and then
Everything I can remember.
and it's funny. I catch myself and it's like, oh yeah, Turnstile is like, you know, never enough. I can't help
Those
it.
vocal stems?
Yeah, I can't help it, dude.
Yeah. That's what's up. That's what's
Yeah,
up.
that is what's up.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
No, but I like this discussion we just had. Like,
Yeah,
felt very fruitful and informative.
yeah, agreed. You want to hear something cute about how you said, "Oh, that's what's up"?
Yeah.
So today,
See everybody next time.
no,
Go ahead.
So like today, we were in the car picking up the kids from school, and we're saying like, well, that's what's up, you know. We're trying to tell Naraya, say that's what's up, and she was like, that's what is up.
Oh, yeah.
Which is so cute. Hell yeah. Yeah, I heard that. That's way too long.
All right, we'll see everybody next time.